Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. My name is Zizipho Lubelwana. So on today's episode, guys, I do want us to talk about the corrupt DA. Yes, you heard me right. Yes. I want us to talk about the DA. Once again, they've been caught with their pants down. They can't deny the corruption. So the Minister of the DA, Dean McPherson, the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, has been caught in a scandal of trying to pressurize junior employees to make a payout using his power. Right? So today morning, Marshall Dlamini, I'm going to play a small clip for him. He went to the police station to open a case against the minister, who is Dean McPherson. DA released a statement saying, the reason now all of a sudden Dean McPherson is accused of being corrupt. They categorically reject that. The reason now it's all coming out that Dean McPherson is corrupt is the fact that they have started to investigate a scandal that is happening in IDT. So let's backtrack so that we can all be on the same page. So firstly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the statement that was released by the economic freedom fighters regarding Dean McPherson's behavior. So let's read that first. Then you're going to get a little bit of understanding as to what is the DA also investigating, how are they rejecting this, why they feel like they're being, why are they playing victim, basically. Okay. So the EFF says, the economic freedom fighters strongly condemns the brazen and corrupt interference by Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Dean McPherson, in the affairs of an independent development trust, IDT. His actions not only undermine the integrity of the vital entity, but also expose the Democratic Alliance's true intentions to use state institutions to serve their interest of white minority capital. In December 2024, Minister McPherson sent an email to a program manager at the IDT, instructing her to facilitate payment to Rock Construction. This company was appointed by the IDT to rehabilitate sinkholes at Waterkloof Air Force Base as part of a project managed on behalf of the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure. The payment in question was linked to a variation order exceeding 20% of the project's original scope. As per regulations, such charges requires approval from National Treasury and the DPWI before the IDTI could process any other payments. So meaning that the scope of the quote now was a bit higher than what maybe they had initially agreed to or what they thought it would be. Despite the IDT staff explaining these necessary steps to the contractor, Rock Constructions continued to press for immediate payment. Rather than addressing these procedure concerns through proper channels, Minister McPherson bypassed the IDT's executives leadership and board, choosing instead to email a junior staff member to demand a report on the payments delays. The direct intervention blurred the lines of authority and undermined the IDT's establishment governance structures, which is what Dean McPherson shouldn't have gotten involved. He shouldn't have sent an email or anything. He was trying to use his power as the minister to pressure the junior staff to make the payments to this company. Ever? So everybody, as much as they like to say fight bana don't, everybody wants to use their power. Now he wanted to use his power as the minister.
But we'll share the email because we must demonstrate to people of South Africa that we are just not going around and just fishing around. We've got the email from the minister and we'll release it. That here is the email. If he wants to deny it, he must deny it. That he has sent an email demanding that a specific contractor, and even on the email, he says, I don't get involved because he knows. His subconscious mind told him that what you are doing is wrong. You are getting involved into corruption. He says it on the email that naturally I don't have to get involved on this case But this one for Lone Rock, because it's too close to his interest, he decided that I'm going to violate the members' ethics, I'm going to violate the laws of this country, and I'm going to make sure that what is expected of me as a member of the cabinet, it doesn't matter as long as my personal and monetary interests are being served, and he was prepared to do that, so he must face the music.
It is evident that the minister's actions were intended to prioritize the interest of Lonero Construction, exactly, disrupting due process and the financial integrity of the IDT. Such interference sets a dangerous precedent, exactly, and it raises serious questions about minister's motives. This calculated maneuvering casts doubt on the minister's intentions and reflects his disregard for the IDT's operational autonomy. One of the most pressing issues currently, now this is where the DA comes in, Goku. Yeah, but after DN McPherson has done all this maneuvering using his power to get that the IDT to pay this company, even though they were told that there were pressing issues that are still being investigated, or there are proper channels that are still being followed to check if the amount that is being requested is the correct amount. DN McPherson, they did not want to wait. He was used because probably they reached out to him. Now he went there to use his power. So despite all that drama, right, of him trying to intimidate and pressure a junior staff to do as they please, despite the proper channels of the company that are being followed. Hold that thought. Okay. One of the most pressing issues currently facing the IDT is the alleged irregularities surrounding an 800 million tender for the installation of PSA oxygen plants at 55 public hospitals across South Africa. The IDT, acting as the implementing agent for the Department of Health, reportedly followed due process, receiving approval and funding confirmation from Global Fund. However, Minister McPherson has used this tender as a pretext for instigating investigations while simultaneously issuing directives that favor white contractors. So, because the company that refused to pay DN McPherson, or the company that is associated with DN McPherson, they received a tender of 800 million to install, oh, because my phone just switched off, to install izinto throughout South Africa. Now, McPherson has asked that this company now must be investigated. Now the question is rising, Okuti, is he genuine in asking this company to be investigated because he feels like, what did they do with the 8 million? Something was missing. Or is he raising that they must be investigated now because he couldn't get his way? After trying to pressurize them, after trying to get his way, he couldn't get his way. Now, is this his way of retaliating and showing that I also have power, don't play with me? Yeah, but you refused to do as I say, now I'm going to come for you. This is now where the EFF is also saying the DA is wrong. They feel like they can get away with anything. Like, because now they didn't get their way, now they're threatening this company. Yeah, but so it's like, because I'm going to show you who I am, that kind of vibe. Yeah. So let's continue with the letter, guys. I just need to get my laptop because my phone switched off.
Remember, the ministers, according to the executive members' ethics, he's got no role on the financial or operational matters of IDT. And to demonstrate that his interest on running that department is only for the corrupt activities, you know that the Department of Public Works has got different entities. It's got CIDB, it's got CBE, and then only IDT that focuses on assisting various departments with social infrastructure. So that's where you find tenders. So you can see that this is a matriculant who's not here for any interest of contributing to the infrastructure development of this country, as it is part of the mandate of Public Works. to make sure that we've got better infrastructure that allows our people to move around the country to develop. But he's only interested on tenders. That's why he went straight to IDT, and he didn't go to the board, he didn't go to the DG. Remember, he's got only executive authorities, not accounting authorities. The DG of Public Works has got the accounting authorities, but he leaves the DG, not the board, not the leadership at IDT. He goes to a staff member to demand a specific payment for one contractor when IDT is not just working here in Tswane, it's working all over South Africa. So it's got different projects. But he goes and pulls one out of them, a white-owned construction company called Londro, and we believe that there's enough evidence to show that his only interest is to say this company must be paid, and even the demand. And the staff members, when they respond, they say, we can't. We remember when there's a tender, a company gets awarded a specific amount, and then there's what you call variations, when they go over what has been budgeted.
Let's just quickly finish the letter. Rather than addressing the pressing concerns of the IDT, including its inability to pay dozens of small and black contractors, Minister McPherson has chosen to focus on investigating alleged irregularities while simultaneously directing payment to a white owner contractor. This selective intervention raises serious questions about his motives and demonstrates a blatant disregard for the principles of fairness and equity. The DA has long claimed to present good governance, transparency, and the rule of law. However, under its leadership, we see a trouble replication of state capture practices, where powerful figures manipulate state institutions for personal and political gain. Minister McPherson alleged actions going so far as to bypass the CEO of the IDT and interfere directly with operations are nothing short of an abuse of power. Exactly. Disturbingly, there are also reports of malicious campaign to tarnish the reputation of the IDT's CEO, seemingly is a calculated attempt to replace them with a DA-aligned deployee. This is tactics straight out of the ANC's playbook, which the DA has publicly condemned in the past. The hypocrisy is staggering. The EFF reiterates that state capture is not confined to the ANC. The DA has shown through this scandal and others that it is equally committed to manipulating state institutions to benefit white private business interests. This is not a new revelation. Helen Zille herself has admitted to the DA's alignment to white capital, and President Cyril Ramaphosa has been complete in advancing this agenda. All these actions by Minister Dean McPherson represent gross level of corruption. The DA's commitment to the meddling in tenders and practicing cadre deployment places them in the same ranks as their grand coalition partner, as in his attempt to meddle in tender payments, undermine national treasury variation regulations, undermine the institutional autonomy of the IDT, and appoints his DA cronies. McPherson has violated the Executive Members Ethics Act 1998, which governs the conduct of members of cabinet, deputy ministers, and members of provincial executive councils. According to the Secretary General of the EFF, Commissar Marshall Dlamini, will open a criminal case, which he did this morning, of corruption against Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure. Hey, hi, Betunan. Kunzima. And the thing is, the DA always get away with these things because people trust the DA so much, and I think they believe because they are white, they can't do wrong, they can't be criminals because of the skin of their color. So I do want, but Marshall has opened a case, but I do want Dean McPherson to be also investigated. He must account. He must also account. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. You know, honestly, I don't know what it's gonna take our people to for them to open their eyes and see ukuthi the DA is not the saint that they think they are. They are very, very, very corrupt. They also maneuver using their power. Same thing that the ANC was doing and they were condemning. So they are not any better. They are not any better. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Zizipo. Please subscribe. Let me give you a minute to subscribe. It is free of charge. Remember, we have to get to 20K, my loves. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Let's engage in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the DA stance, Nje. And let me know what you think about South Africans in general who keeps on trusting and voting for the DA despite they are corrupt. Imagine if another party did what the DA did. I'm telling you, it would be all over. But because it's the DA, no, it's okay. Come on, guys. When will our people wake up? Let me know. When do you think they will eventually wake up one day and think, Ubana, no, man, this thing is not genuine. Anyway, guys, the struggle continues. I'll see you guys on the next episode. A luta continua.